Hi, my name is Sean Pinto, and this is a list of financial things that you need to do when you turn 18 in India. It's not necessary to do them, but it is recommended because it helps you on later in life from the point of view of saving money, investing money, and growing money so that later on, when you need it, you don't need to depend on anybody else. The first step that you need to do is get yourself an Aadhaar card and get yourself a PAN card. Normally, if you have an Aadhaar card right now, you can get yourself a PAN card online through the Income Tax India e-filing website, and then you can use that to apply for various financial accounts like a demat account, a mutual fund account, and even a bank account online, and use that to transact financially. Next, I need you to make sure that you save at least 50 to 80% of whatever income you have. This could be even your pocket money or money that you earn from tutoring or freelance work or other sources, so that later on in life you have enough to take care of your needs. It may seem like it's a lot of money to save right now because you may probably get a pocket money of say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 or 10,000 a month, which is unlikely, but maybe. And out of that, suppose you get a pocket money of 3,000 rupees, you should aim to save at least 1,500 out of the 3,000 rupees, so that later on you can buy things that you require and you don't have to depend on anybody. Next, you need to make sure that because you're 18 years old and you're an adult, you should read whatever documents you sign, read and understand whatever they say. Especially when you fill up a demat account opening form, there'll be lots of terms and conditions that you'll have to read, and make sure that you understand them. Also, learn that you need to learn how to file your own taxes at this age. It could be a simple ITR1 form where you report income from fixed deposits or mutual fund, no, income from fixed deposits, not mutual funds, and file a zero return, which is saying that you have no income for the year, no taxable income for the year, and at least it'll show you a record of what you've earned over the past few years, as you do it year by year when you're 18, 19, 20, 21, and it'll have a record of ITR filed, income tax returns filed, which is useful later on when you apply for insurance policies or when you apply for a passport, like visa, not a passport, so that it shows how much your income is. Next, you should aim to save 50 to 80% of your income. This is so that you can retire at the age of 40 or 45, 50, depending on how much you earn and how much you save, or even earlier if possible. It's difficult to do, yes, but it's important so that in case you have any health emergencies, which you probably will, you can deal with them with peace and calm instead of worrying about it and having to borrow from everybody and sell your property, sell your land, and get into debt just because of one health emergency. You should also make sure that you get yourself health insurance. At the young age, it's easier because you generally don't have any pre-existing health conditions or medical conditions. And this is helpful because later on in life, you will have medical issues. It's not a question of if, but a question of when. So make sure that that is also taken care of. Next, as you start earning, get yourself a life insurance policy, and only get yourself a term life insurance policy. Make sure it's a term life insurance. And this is only a pure protection plan where you get money only if you die. And it's a bleak situation to be in, but this is so that in case anybody is dependent on your income, their needs are taken care of. Like suppose you have aged parents, or suppose you have a family later on to take care of, that in the absence of you, which is very prominent in all these LIC advertisements that used to happen. I've not seen any recently, but it's important that you have enough backing when your primary breadwinner or bread earner is not there around anymore. Next, I would say that you need to learn how to freelance properly. That in India, the salaries are actually quite low for freshers, starting at say 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 a month. And only if you go to a very fancy college or if you have a very fancy degree with very, very good marks and manage to crack interviews that are difficult, that you actually get a salary of say 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, or 3 lakhs a month. So you should technically not rely on your salary as much, even though it's good to have as a backup. That you should be able to freelance as well in addition to your jobs that you will get after graduation. Hopefully that you get a good job. But if not, you still have the backup of freelancing with you. For freelancing, you can learn skills like content writing, sales funnels building, as in you can learn how to sell basically, and teach and make web pages or design websites, do marketing work, marketing automation, then do digital marketing, which involves a lot of things like Facebook ads, Google ads, then search engine optimization, or SEO as they call it. And there are lots of other skills like virtual assistants where you are paid to take care of other people's tasks like sending emails or scheduling or like making sure their appointments are taken care of and their work is done in a fluent manner. But while you do this, you should also make sure that you take care of your studies. It's not easy to do both, but it's preferable that you learn how to balance things when you're in college or when you're in school rather than later on in life when things get hectic and then you probably have more responsibilities like getting married or having a family and taking care of old parents. It's not easy. So it's better to do all these things when you're young and in college. It's tempting to waste your time going out with friends or partying. Of course, now in COVID times you cannot do that, but it's better to save your energies and invest them in places that actually give you long-term returns. For example, learning how to do sales, learning how to do marketing, learning content writing, learning copywriting, and other skills that you can actually exchange in terms of money. Then you need to know how to find international clients that will actually pay you what you're worth, rather than Indian clients, which generally do not pay well. But if you can find the right Indian clients, it's a good thing. But usually Indian clients are very demanding and stingy, and they would really extract every rupee's worth out of you. Whereas if you have an international client and you communicate with them well and on time and deliver what work you expect, like they expect out of you, they are generally much easier to deal with, and they pay you also equal to international standards or even higher than that. It's a lot more work to initially get these clients, where you have to build up a portfolio to show your work and work on projects that are live and with actual experience that you gained rather than academic projects and things that you do in college.